Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. I'm basically back on my regular schedule now. Like I said last episode, unfortunately, there was a couple of days there where I had some guests stopping in my house and I wasn't able to respond to comments or implement your suggestions as quickly as I'd have liked there. So I'm back on track. I've written up basically everything that was worth noting down here that you guys mentioned and things I have to sort of keep an eye on, and a couple of things I want to mention here and there as well. So we're going to get caught up on the past couple of days, essentially. Now, what happened last time? Sorry, I've got to refresh my memory a little bit here. Yeah, I remember. Okay, so we fought off that Black Hive invasion, and that's another thing I've got to point out, is that we should really try and find wherever the hell the Black Hive spawned in, because they spawn in constant insect jelly, and it's not the regular insect jelly you get from your Rimworld bug infestations, but it is a slightly improved version that gives more nutrition. So it's a foodstuff that also gives a mood bonus, so it's actually really, really good. So if we can find those, that'd be pretty great. In the meantime, during that raid, we had some visitors, and then one of them shot Lucas, Jilp Vondle number 7's fiance, I believe, right now. How do I find that out? Social fiance, yeah. Plus 100 is huge, huh? Because Opinion of Lover is really going to help him out a lot. Even though she's been shot in the foot by a bullet. Oh, that kind of explains why she wasn't in so much danger. She was shot in the foot by a bullet, but she is in pretty high moods, all things considered. What's wrong with her? Tense pain. Okay, that's what's wrong with her. And she's also cold because she's basically in the shed right now, healing up. So I've written down a couple of comments that are definitely worth mentioning. Number one, and I never thought this would be an issue, but now that I think about it, it's actually a really dumb idea of mine. I'm using an invisible power conduits mod. So I saw a lot of the same comment basically saying, hey, you need to connect up your other windmill. The windmill is already connected, but like I said, I'm using this invisible power conduit mod because honestly, I hate the power conduits in Rimworld. They kind of, it doesn't have any difference in gameplay. They don't give a beauty bonus, they don't subtract a beauty bonus. It's identical, to my knowledge, to the regular base game Rimworld. Difference is they're just, as you can see, they're invisible. They don't show up on the map. Mainly because it doesn't make sense. You just have power conduits running all the way across the base. But those are connected up, as you can see there. They've got the same grid excess and the same grid stored, etc. But in the future, I will endeavor to only use the power conduits, because for people joining the series, maybe a few episodes in, or for maybe people who aren't using this mod or aren't familiar with the mods, I feel like it's a little unfair for me to be using these, because it might make them, it might add a little extra confusion that isn't just necessary. So in the future, I'll try and use these regular power conduits from now on, just so that it's not going to cause, like I said, any more confusion than necessary. Besides that, the other thing that was really cool to me that I actually didn't know was that the ground runners, so those giant, like, beaver-looking creatures that we've seen kicking around, there was a comment that said, if we tame those can mine for us, and they always give them maximum yield. So right now, say Lucas, because she has a higher mining skill, for those of you who don't know the sort of weird remote mechanics here, the mining skill determines how much yield you get, as you can see at the bottom there, and how fast they do it as well. I'm not sure if the ground runners do it particularly quickly. I'd assume they would if they give maximum yield. But your mining skill determines those two things. So Jilp being a much worse miner is going to have much lower yield. So to maximize your veins here, and when we're playing a very resource-limited run like we are right now, having something like the ground runner sounds like it could be pretty awesome. Particularly if we, say, find a little vein of plastic or a little vein of gold or something like that. Having a ground runner tame could be massive. And again, for these meteorites, well, man, I didn't even think about that. We've got, like, silver ore meteorite, and we've got gold ore meteorite up there as well. So if we get a couple of those. Now, who's got any good animal stats? That's the real question here. Let's go work and sort of see what we're dealing with. Train. Oh, God. Well, that's good. 3 out of 20 and 0 out of 20. So I doubt we can actually get any, but, maybe for some future colonists when they turn up, that'd be pretty good. Now, power is still a large issue. Last time, we almost, and I've been saying this for a couple episodes now, but we almost finished the Watermill Generators, which are basically going to provide as much power as we need for a very, very long time, till we get a significant amount of colonists or a significant amount of high-end machinery. And even if they do, I mean, what is it, like 2200 watts per Watermill generator, I believe? We've got brownouts going on right now because our watermills, we've obviously got no power storage, and our wind turbines are very hit and miss. They're actually really bad without power storage. So our food is on the verge of rotting. We haven't got enough power for the boilers, which means we can't have, any sort of running water, and the pumps are down as well, so we can't have running water along with hot water, I should say. So things are not looking particularly great, but right on cue there, Jilp Voosh. It's like he was waiting for me to finish that sentence. We now have that one dealt with. So it's wood, don't tell me wait, it's wood, steel, and components, right? I think we might need a few more components, which is a little bit of a shame. Let's take a look here. Yeah, oh, wait, 3 components? Am I blind? Oh, God, she's got 16 right next to her. Okay, nice, we can put a couple of these. All right. So we want to put down basically as close to the base as possible so that we can save on power conduits a little bit, I think. We'll put one here. And we want to pack in as many as we can into this area. We can build another one there. I'd rather on this side of the river, obviously, so that we, don't have to bring a power conduit across. Doesn't matter if we have to put it there. I want to pack them in as close as possible, like I said. There's one. Okay, put one there. 2 Watermill Generators. I think I might have been right with the 2200 watts, but I might be wrong on that one. What does it say? Am I blind here? I have no idea. Terrain requirement, heavy moving water. Yeah, it doesn't actually say how much they generate, huh? Produces electricity from a river. Must be placed with its wheel in the water. Okay, sure. I'm almost certain it's 2200 watts. Either way, that's basically going to what? Quadruple our power? It's going to be a huge amount. Oh, well, actually, our windmills are running pretty well, so I'll eat my words on that one. Batteries are the next research in line, because batteries are going to help out massively. Not that I honestly think we need them. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we need them at all, do we? Because we're going to have more power. And these are consistent. You know, they're not like water mills. They're not like solar panels. You can't get an eclipse for water, which is words to live by. I expect to see that on a t-shirt by the end of the week. You also can't, you know, it's not variable power. It's just a consistent amount. I don't think there's any river events that can stop. You know, you don't get like an upstream dam blockage or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure these are consistent. So honestly, we don't really need batteries because we don't have that much power usage. And what I'm actually going to go as far to is forbid that one for now. We don't need to, so it's just a waste of resources, right? But batteries are always useful. I think I would be remiss not to research batteries, because for the future, it's future-proofing, right? After that, we are going to stick with much electronics. There may be some other things as well that are a little bit more useful. Water filtration, I'm kind of tempted to go for, because right now we've had this event before as well. The water tower, why have you not got power still? Oh my god, the grid has still not got enough in it, huh? I might even turn all the lights off. Or at least turn the lights off in, what, like the bathroom? Yeah, let's turn the light off in the bathroom. Let's turn the light off in the kitchen as well, because they're going to spend very little time there. What about, like, let's just toggle all the lights off. I know it's not going to add much to the power usage, but I feel like it's, you know, sort of needs begat must. I feel like water, fresh water, a little bit more useful than having a light indoors when we're not really doing much. All it's going to affect is, like, his work speed for cooking and things like that, so we won't worry about that for now. Lucas is fully healed. Did she get any scars out of that or anything? Nothing. Wow. Very impressed. I was kind of expecting that to end a lot worse than it did. Right, did she actually just go and wash in the river then? Oh my god, we need a sink, don't we? This was another comment I meant to mention. You guys were saying, get a sink. I mean, everybody was basically screaming, get a sink as soon as possible. They run on water, the same thing as, what? And it's under a weird category. It's like misc or hygiene misc or, yeah, kitchen sink. Okay, we bought that out of steel, because we've got a ridiculous amount of steel as far as I remember. Yeah, we've got a huge amount of steel. These also run on water, but give a bonus, increases room's cleanliness, so we're going to reduce our food poisoning risk. And I believe they can also wash their hands in that, so they still have to stop running to the river. I don't know why she went to the river to wash her hands in it, and then immediately have a bath. Seems a little bit backwards to me. I wonder if it's maybe because the power was out temporarily. I'm not sure. Either way, when we get this watermill generator built, we never have to worry about power again. It's going to have a nice bath to start his day off there. Look at these moods, though. My god. Their mood bars are almost maxed out. I mean, Jilp's is maxed out. She's just a little bit sad because she's in darkness, which, you know, is a problem that she solved by going outside. Caravan request. What do they want? 32 gold in return. They'll give a shield bell. Oh, shit. That's pretty big, huh? That's quite a large one. 32 gold, we've got that because of the meteorite, so they want to trade it up to there. Where are we? Oh, God, that's miles away. That would take what? I mean, I'm going to take a modest guess here at 10 days. We've either got to go around the mountains or all the way around. Let's choose route. Okay, we'll pick Jilp. Again, I'm just testing this. I'm not actually going to send this here. 3.9 days. So there and back, yeah, it's going to be just shy of 10 days. It's going to be, what, around 8 days. That's assuming not taking the time that we spend there obviously trading and not spending, including anything else like mental breakdowns or lack of food or foraging or resting or whatever else. So it's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to do that. I think that's a terrible idea. As much as a shield belt would be useful, I think that sending my guy off on what is basically a very pointless... We could get so much more done, you know, in that time. It's definitely not worth it. Alright, so what we want to do then is pipe in some water up to that kitchen sink to increase room cleanliness. You could actually put these in hospital as well, couldn't you? Link bed. Oh, you actually target the bed. Oh, that's kind of a cool little system, huh? It used to be the case you would hit link bed and it would just go for the closest one. Now, interestingly, if they've got a whole bathroom, because it counts as a bathroom room type, so if we use, what is it, like beauty and hover over it, it'll say bathroom as that specific... What one is it? It's room stats, this one. There we go. Private bathroom. Somewhat rich because of our fantastic toilet there, and it's kind of cramped, so I would like to make that larger as well. We'll build them a proper house at some stage, rather than this horrible little wooden shack that we've got. We'll build it out of stone bricks. I think that also might be a job that we've got to go for as well, very sort of soonish. Right, so batteries, again, I'm happy to do that. Where's Lucas gone? Oh, right, you're actually working on the many, many farms that we've got going on. I'm absolutely fine with that. Blackouts again. Hey, why are we not finishing this, my guy? We need more wood. Okay, right, I wish I'd have noticed that. Okay, let's get to chopping some trees down. It's kind of a little bit inconvenient, but we are going to go the other side of the wall. We're going to go over the wall. Okay, a couple more there. That's okay. That's not too bad. And I'm going to set them both to plant cut highest priority. You know what they already are, essentially. Besides cooking, which I'm fine to keep that one highest priority as well. Your haul... Yeah, you know, I'm happy to have him a low haul. I remember doing that now so that we could get the research done a little bit quicker. But I'm going to keep it like that. It was only meant as a temporary thing to start off with, but I think the hauling being slightly low for our researcher always should be something that's just, you know, a permanent Rimworld feature or a permanent feature of the future campaigns. There's no point, you know, if you've got some guy doing a long-term task like researching, going to send him off getting gold on the other side of the map? Probably not worth it. Right. Oh, speaking of which... Speaking of getting gold on the other side of the map, oh god, we've got more ship chunks. Lucas, we'll wait until they've woken up and then I'll send them off on their little adventure here. Loving, that's fine, that's high priority. Sleeping, that's again high priority. Man, this is like the ideal life, huh? Whenever you're ready, consume simple meal, take in simple meal, harvesting poplar tree, right? Send them south, see what we've got. And again, these ships, because the additional ship chunk mod, can give us all sorts. Now, if we can get plasteel from a multi-analyzer, that would be a 10 out of 10. Oh boy. Oh boy. Randy giveth, Randy taketh away. But Randy is doing a lot of giveth lately, which means I think we're overdue pretty significant taketh away. Alright, let's get these deconstructed, and before she runs back to the base, we'll get these hauled as well. 60 plasteel. And it's 50 for a multi-analyzer, isn't it? Man, that was a serious stroke of luck. Thank you, Randy Random. Okay, let's get a haul urgently on all of these. Well, 6 components is obviously massive too. We'll go prioritize hauling and queue that one up. Jilp is just researching, so we don't really need to keep a close eye on him at all. We'll get those hauled as well. I was getting trees. Yeah, no, you know what? Trees are a fairer grab in hindsight. 144 out of 280. We still need a lot. Whoa, bulk goods traded from the Melia Republican Alliance. Hello, my Republican friends. Just don't ask about what happened to the Republic in the last series. Man, are they bringing just about everyone, huh? You guys know that we're 2 people with absolutely no money. I think they've gone a little bit overboard with this one. Right, let's get Jilp going. He's got inspired trade, so we might as well go and see what they've got here. Engi. Hello, Engi. Or maybe Engi. I don't want to offend your people. They've got goosei. Not really interested. Chocolate, bird meat, lockjaw meat. Classic. That's my personal favourite there. Why don't we sell them? What do we not need for now? RPG grenades. We really don't need those. I might sell those for a start. Man, these t-shirts are good, huh? Devil Strand Tub. Hyperweave flak jacket. Holy shit, that's huge. And what's the sort of defensive stats on that, though? Armor heat, 180% is pretty massive. That seems pretty good. Relatively low weight, and obviously it's Hyperweave as well, which is, I think, the best, you know, the best sort of material you can get there. That's good. That's, like, really good. But it's also, how much? 902. Yeah, no, I want to start building up a little bit of gold, just in case we get something very important come up. Some sort of rice berries. I think we want to keep all of our food. We've apparently got 138 chem fuel, which I'm gonna sell. Now, I've been told that chem fuel is slightly different in this, and things like boom rats have, boomalopes, and something else as well, give an entirely different type of propellant rather than chem fuel. So we won't worry about that. I assume you can just get that from refining wood or you know, using the refinery like you used to be able to. Some steel? Maybe not. I do think that's kind of useful. You know, we get 430 gold out of this, and it'll probably get us some opinion as well, which is, I'm still kind of a big fan of that. Patchwork. Oh, we don't need this anymore. We'll sell these. Synthread pants? Yeah, sell them. Why not? We can make some fresh pants. We've got plenty of cloth. Nice. No opinion gain, though, which is kind of a shame. I wonder if there's a mod that disables that. Oh, you have to buy things from them, right? I don't remember how it works. It doesn't matter, a big deal. It's not like they're going to be our enemies anytime soon. Right, how are we looking on this windmill? Because the sooner that's done, the better. We're going to get plenty of wood there. How many more trees have we got to chop down? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we've got loads. Absolutely loads. Yeah, I've designated way too many trees on purpose. I'd like a little bit of wood in storage as well, so we don't end up with something similar to this. If we do need to set up that other watermill generator for some crazy reason, I don't know, say we set up 2 research benches, then we'll have a little bit more in storage. It's always good to have a little bit of wood in storage as well, huh, Lucas? Speaking of which, apparently getting some loving. Trade caravan from the Melia Republican Alliance are leaving. Thank you for visiting. I'd like to upgrade to fine meals. I actually think last episode I set up a bill for that, didn't I? I did. How are we going to do that? So we'd have to go out hunting. I wonder if there are any... Are there any vegetables we could grow that would cancel that out? Is there any sort of research we could do? I kind of forget what I've got in this mod list, because a lot of it was survival-based, so it's sort of getting to grips with it again, because I very rarely play with hardcore difficulty mods, as you guys probably well know. Devil Strand, probably not a bad shout. I do think that the next urgent research... I'm also sort of keeping a mental list here and writing down any that are relevant too. I think the water filtration has to come very, very soon. I think we go so microelectronics, multi-analyzer just for the research speed. Then we go for something like water filtration, because that's quite expensive, you know. That's what, 3,500 in total to get to that? That way it'll stop them also dying. Oh, God, hello. That was horrible. That way it'll also stop them dying, and we won't need to filter, or we won't need to drain this so frequently and waste all this water we've got stalled. We've got a hell of a lot right now. What are they wasting all that on, my guy? You see how quickly that went down? Oh, it might just be the graphics bugging out, you know? Oh, it doesn't matter too much. Either way, that's way more water than 2 people need, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Alright. Now, I did see something as well. Build a labyrinth rather than a box with a load of, like, deadfall traps and things like that in it as well. Probably not a bad idea. Okay, there we go. Nice. Watermill Generators. Oh, it's only 1100 watts. Man, I thought they did double that. Unless I was, you know, messing them up in my brain and adding them together. Who knows? Anyway, more to the point. That's going to help out massively. That's basically solved all of our power issues. So we can put these lights back on now and cancel out that in darkness debuff. I've got big plans for Jilp 7. If it only takes... Honestly, I said to myself, it's going to take 20, 25 attempts before we crack this and build the ship. I'm quietly super confident about this one. Now, we haven't really had a... Oh, shit. I need to actually put the power to that one, though. Genius. I actually... am super quietly confident, which probably means we're going to get wiped out very quickly by Randy Random. Like I said, he's been very generous so far, and I appreciate that a great deal, but also feel like we're kind of overdue for a big, horrible mess. Let's just check. When was our last... What have we had? We had a Black Hive attack, which is obviously horrible, but we got away with it, and we also got Manhunter Pack 2. I want to make sure, like, I'm not going crazy, am I, right? Storyteller saying? We're playing Randy rough still. Could go up to Savage, but every time I played Savage, that's basically just a suicide difficulty. Bear in mind... It's going to be significantly harder because of every other limitation we've got as well. We did start Naked Brutality, so I feel like I'm owed a little bit of leeway on the difficulty. But if it is, I don't know. I don't know how I would approach that. I mean, if we get off the planet with this, how do I know it's not luck? I don't want to mess with the difficulty just in case it is majority luck-based. And obviously, you guys give me... Oh, shit. That's very cold. Why is it so cold, my guy? Oh, because it's cold outdoors. Okay. You know what, in hindsight... Whoa. We good? We're good. Sorry, my game freaked out then. I thought it was going to crash. Man, imagine if it crashes. What happens then? I assume we just go back to the last save. Man, that would really suck. That's the again, the only issue with saving on exit, you know, not having these autosaves is pretty hefty as well. Or go back to the old autosave, not being able to manually save kind of sucks. Right, so we want to go and get some heaters down very, very quickly, because otherwise you're going to start complaining pretty soon. Alright, and also doormats. Doormats would be kind of nice. I know it's a weird thing to want, but it means they have to spend less time cleaning. And there's a lot of cleaning being done just because of the doormat-based issues. I might remove that door, just because I worry that they're using the freezer as a shortcut to other things. Anyway, man, that is seriously cold, huh? Let's get this heated done as soon as possible, my boy Jilp. After he's done that, I'm actually just going to force prioritize that. How many meals have we got? We've only got a few left. Alright, it'll probably spend a good amount of the day there. Thank God we got this done in time before I noticed that, huh? Oh, it's 10 degrees outdoors. I guess it's just a nighttime thing. Another meteorite. Uranium ore? What are these meteorites? We've got everything falling out the sky that we could ever want for. We've got uranium falling down, which I don't think is too useful in the base game. We've got silver. We've got gold. It's just raining, and obviously all the ship chunks as well, which I almost ignored there. It's just raining everything we could ever need on us here. This is great. Now, how many days... Can I check here? How many days of growing time do we have? Can we not check on the... There we go, terrain. So roughly around here. So 40 out of 60 days. 1st of April, May to the 11th of September. It's going to be around that for our base as well, so it's not a big deal there. That's pretty hefty, huh? That's 40 days of growing time, and it finishes... when was the finishing time? So just so I can keep a track and maybe start setting up a... start setting like a winter stockpile. 40 to 60 days, and it finishes on the 11th of September. That's when we stop growing time. Okay, April, May, September, so then it's what's no December? I don't know what that's called. November, December, January, February is, and then, well, how does that work out? February, March, April? It's going to be like 5 or maybe, no, the equivalent of 5 months in Rimworld, so 2 to 3 months in-game, or 2 to 3, whatever they're called, months, seasons, anything, that we're not going to be able to grow. Honestly, I feel like it's not, we've already got a shit ton of corn anyway, so I don't know why I'm worried about this. This corn's going to come in so handy. Frozen, obviously quite high nutrition as well, and the first cloth harvest is in. That's pretty great news. Oh, actually not the first at all. I lied to you all. Right, research finished battery. Now, the next thing on the list after the, so we want microelectronics. I'm going to start queuing this up so I don't have to keep it like a mental note. So I said microelectronics, multi-analyzer. Oh, of course we can't queue that up yet. The other thing as well, I'm thinking we go for something like, what are you offering me? Ooh, a silver table. Well, that would go lovely with our golden toilet, but that's going to be enough for me. The bullets, though, that was going to be my next point. We need to find out how to craft bullets, because that seems like it's going to be fairly important. Seeing as we've got 2 rifles, which, or 2 guns. I don't know they're rifles. I'm English. We don't know anything about guns. That I have no idea how to use. So, I think we need machining. I'm 90% confident that it's a machining thing, but I will take a look at the Combat Extended Wiki, or some I'm dying here. Some big guide. Just so I can get a bit more confident about that before we invest a shit ton of resources into it. How are you doing, Lucas? Yeah, an absurd amount of corn. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you very much. We actually might need a freezer extension too. Visitors from the Orange Duck Jogu. Welcome, my good friends. Not that I really care too much. They're neutral. I mean, I don't really mind. Fertilizer might not be a bad plan with something like Devil Strand. No, we could also build an indoor, like a greenhouse type thing, using the sludge. Because right now we're just pumping it into the river. We could collect it, refine it into fertilizer, and use that for some sort of indoor, winter-proof greenhouse. Because although it's fine, you know, growing all this outdoors, just having a little bit extra growing in case of massive emergency. I don't know. Say we fight an enemy and they drop a mortar shell right in our thing and blow up our food. It's very unlikely something like that would happen, but a contingency plan, some sort of emergency, super emergency plan wouldn't hurt. So some sort of indoor greenhouse with a little bit of fertilizer we've got. Seems like a good idea to me, but I'm thinking a lot. I'm maybe being a little bit overcautious in regards to that. Right, so how are we doing on our microelectronics? Are good. Let's build some batteries then, shall we, friends? Power. And let's go battery. Ooh, owie, my bones. Okay, goodbye all of the crops. Hey, remember that thing I was literally just talking about? Feel like a little bit vindicated all of a sudden. You know, I feel like that might have been a good plan. And of course, in traditional Rimworld style, I'll put the batteries in the freezer. Keeps them cool and, you know, definitely helps out with efficiency. Don't believe my lies. I'm bullshitting you at this point. Right, power conduits. I don't mind running invisible power conduits through the walls, despite what I said at the start of the episode. I don't think that's particularly a big deal. And how much do these require? So it's still 70 steel, 2 components. That's okay. The standard cost, I believe. Right, into the bath with you. You're probably going to need it during this cold snap. Oh, man, it's really cold indoors. Thank God I got the heater. Honestly, I feel so vindicated with everything I've done right now with the heater building and then also saying that, hey, maybe an indoor greenhouse wouldn't hurt. You know what? This is becoming more and more apparent as we go on. It's snowing. Happy Christmas, everyone. That's great. By which I mean, oh god, it's horrible, because apparently we don't have warm clothes. One of your colonists, Jilp Vondle, doesn't have warm clothes. Why? What's he not wearing? Or what is he wearing that he shouldn't be? He's got a jacket and pants. He could do with a shirt then, huh? Or maybe like a hat. We should make a winter set of clothes and a summer set of clothes, because this is quite a temperate area. You know, we have average winters, average summers, what is it, like -7 to +20 or something like that? But with a cold snap or a heat wave, that would be still relevant, getting the clothes that relate to either one of those seasons here. Who's got good tailoring? Either of you? Dare I ask? I imagine neither of them have her. Jilp has a tailoring of, I mean, he's got 4.26 crafting, so that's not inspiring confidence, is it? Oh, God, he's the best one. 4 out of 20 just plays. Okay. Shit. I don't really want to waste our cotton on that, but, I mean, we've got so much cotton, why the hell not? Maybe I should lower the cotton plantation. That seems a little bit nuts. Let's get rid of that. That's spending a lot of time, and we've got so much cotton for 2 people, too. I think I went a little bit balls to the wall on that. Carpet making. Oh, that's a big brain idea. We've got so much cotton. Let's go carpet making, and let's just put down carpet, because that gives a beauty bonus. Honestly, I very, very rarely use carpet in Rimworld. And I have no idea why in hindsight. I don't know. I don't know why I never use it. Now that I think it's something that's just completely at the back of my mind, always with this. Anyway, maybe we should get that, like, maybe immediately, just because of the bonus it gives. Carpet making. Now, if this also gives doormats, like I was talking earlier, that would be pretty great. Because not only would it give the mood bonus because of the beauty and the beauty bonus in the rooms, they give it more rune stats and blah, 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 blah. It would also let us annihilate some of the filth being introduced into the house from them coming in and out of these many doors that we've got on the base. Visitors. More visitors. You've actually come during this cold snap to come and trade. Okay? You're a very strange man, but thank you for visiting nonetheless. I've also been advised towers are great. So, towers are an additional thing, I believe, added by the Fog of War mod, but I may be incorrect on that one. So, basically, towers allow you to get vision on places, right? Watchtower that increases vision when colonists stand on it. So, we could put a tower over this side of the wall, then we could send a colonist to go stand on it, and they'd be able to see out of the tower, and you know, sort of, you know, they get a very, kind of a relatively good radius, to be honest with you, in terms of vision. We're going to use Jilp. Jilp, you're going to be my beautiful model here. He's going to stand outside. You can sort of see that his radius is limited to about here. Again, it's quite sizable. What's that, like a 30-block radius at most? It's quite large. But if he stands there on the wall, he can see much further beyond that. So for raids, and for planning tactically, maybe even with mortars, for mortars it seems almost essential, right? Just so you can see that little bit extra and actually plan it out. That might not be a bad plan. Anyway, we're a long way before we need to worry about that type of thing. But it's just something I thought I'd mention there in regards to the towers. Right, so we've got everything we need for a multi-analyzer. We've got the third of the, what was it, like 20 gold, 30 gold, I don't remember. We've got the 60 plasteel, and we've got a shit ton of steel. How much steel have we got? Oh, actually, we're running quite low on steel. Because we have spent a lot in the past couple of episodes on, like, golden toilets, for example, which I assume use some steel. Watermill generators, obviously the windmills, too. And the whole sewage system definitely helped out, too. Right, okay. We've got a little bit more steel there. Is that also a steel? Yeah, we've got steel walls. One thing I didn't check is what the naturally occurring walls on the map are made of. Because those can generally give us quite some nice things. Okay, we got slate walls. So it says slate as well, I assume. Slate, yeah, slate walls as well. Okay, so we got a little bit of a steel wall there. I'm not going all the way around. We'll just mine what we've got in the wall. Because luckily, Lucas is a pretty good miner. How are we doing on the research, my guy? It's going to be a long time. It's going to be a cold day in hell before we finish these microelectronics, huh? Can we plant medicine? Have I planted medicine? Is probably a better question. Rice, corn, strawberry, cotton. Why not medicine? Maybe no one has the skill. No, they definitely have the skill. Jilp has the skill. Jilp definitely has the skill. If anybody's got skill, it's my guy Jilp Vondle. Let's plant some heal root. Oh, no, they actually don't. What's he got, 7? 6.9. Okay, so basically 7. I thought I started with the higher plants than that, but I guess not. Okay, we actually probably need to get Jilp then out on the fields a little bit more, and maybe not working in the research so much, just to build up his skills so we can actually get some medicine going on here. So what I'm going to do then, harvesting and growing, that's higher priority. That's higher priority on research. Until I can get him up to level 8, roughly, I think I'm kind of happy to let him dedicate himself to that a little bit more. Need warm clothes. Yeah, you don't say. I don't really think... Why don't we just craft some? Why don't we just bite the bullet on this one then? So production, even though they've got crappy crafting, it's better than, you know, them freezing this winter. Right, can we sort of connect up to here? What if I put it like here? Is that going to connect? Oh, God, no. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks, a big one. Okay, where are we going to put this? I'm going to have to bring power cables down to this room, aren't I? Honestly, it's overdue. Let's do it. All right, whatever. Now, he's already got a chair there, so what I'm going to do, they can sit on chairs backwards, because they're, like, you know, cool 90s rappers going to school telling you about how drugs are bad. I don't think we actually had one of those guys out of school in the 90s, now that I think about it, but hey. Let's bring this down. I'm imagining Fred Durst. He's going to sit like Fred Durst, is what I'm getting at. And he's going to build us this backwards thing, so that's just, you know, going to save on a little bit of comfort. Min-max into the extreme. We haven't got clothes, but my God, I'm going to save on these dining chairs. Let's get to work on these invisible conduits. I said I wasn't going to build any more invisible conduits. You know what? I'll endeavor next episode to replace them all, but while we've got a cold snap and no clothes, hopefully you can, you know, understand why I'm doing this. Hey, my boy, stop that. I wish they wouldn't clean, you know, somewhere completely irrelevant. Right, let's prioritize working on this as well. Thank God I got that little bit of extra wood, because I think we're going to need it. Okay, toques, seems like a good idea. Let's also go for, what's the tactical vest? Excuse me. Speeds up reloading. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Parker, seems good. In the words of Willem Dafoe, Parker. Button-down shirt, I mean, it's better than nothing. Like, literally better than nothing. And then for the summer, we'll make a cowboy hat and a duster. So we'll make all of these just so they can flip clothes, like I said, depending on the seasonal shifts. So we want 2 of each. Thank you very much. All right, nice. Now, who is our best tailor? It's going to be... Oh, man, it's going to be... Jilp doing everything once again. Right, let's put him in charge of the tailor in there. I think getting a good set of clothes is definitely going to help out for the... Because we've got winter for a couple more... Even though the cold snap's over, like I was about to say, we've got winter for a couple more months yet. So we definitely want to keep a close eye on that one. Right, go on, my friend. And thank God, you know what I was saying earlier? Maybe we should start working on some sort of winter stockpile. Yeah, maybe not in hindsight. We've got 2,000 corn. That would feed them for actually a very long time. I think we could probably not farm at all next year and be fine. What was that, like 210 meals or something ridiculous? All right, there we go. Nice. Oh my God, more? Randy, you're a generous man. Randy's the most generous of men. Right, let's see what he's got here for us. Jilp's partners too. Oh my God, more plasteel. You madman. He's actually done it. Okay, prioritize deconstructing these very quickly. Alright, we've got some shaky exclamation marks. What was that? Rare thrombos, but also a bear. Bear thrombos. Thrombos are still not relevant. We're never going to be able to fight thrombos. Let's be realistic here. Not as we get a whole colony of people and I actually know how the guns work in this. Oh, spring is here. By which I mean, every freaking plant on the map just sprung up. My headcanon is they were covered in a 6 foot of snow, which is very suddenly melted. Alright, let's get this plasteel back to base. In fact, let's get all this back to base. It's all valuable stuff. Alright, thank you for this. Jilp, where are your clothes? Jilp, I got to ask you, my guy, where are your clothes? Supposedly wearing a flak jacket. That's going to be a no from me, Chief. Why not wear the parka? Oh, she's already got a parka. She's got a cloth parka. I mean, that's the same as what we've got right now, but Jilp's obviously a terrible tailor. Alright, fine. Has he made himself a shirt, at least? Let's go back to gear. No, excuse me, I want to go back to gear. Sheepwool flat jacket. Okay. She's got the Elasmotherium wool t-shirt. So that's okay. He's working on another parka. We don't need that, my guy. That's going to be a no for me. Everybody's got a parka at this stage. You don't need to do that. Right, and then we need to make 2 button-down shirts. That's fine. We could make t-shirts. I don't know what the difference is. What's the insulation versus cold? 4 degrees C. Button-down shirt. Oh, it's just better in every way, isn't it? 4.7, 1.8, and that's... Yeah, it just seems better in every way, sure. Probably a lot more work and a few more ingredients or something like that. I could check, but I'm just going to assume because that's safer. Okay. Power is good, so let me think. Power is fine now. We've got a lot more research to do, but that's something for the future. Batteries are down. Batteries are down. Man, that's already pretty great progress, I think, even though I feel like we haven't really done a huge amount. It's going to be kind of slow again for a while, because we've got this huge research coming up, and I obviously want to train up Jilp so we can plant some medicine, so that we don't die. That'll be kind of nice, too. And if they didn't spend all day in the freaking buff... Oh my god, did I not set the schedules back? No, I did. We're fine. Actually, I'm a bit lapsed on the schedules right now. Maybe I should force to do a little bit more work. Ooh. Ooh, a raid, you say. That's actually cool. Oh, shit, we haven't got any weapons. Oh, no, we've got bows and arrows. I don't know if that's better. Okay. I was kind of hoping we'd get bullets done, but honestly, the research taking so freaking long here. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we fight the sledgehammers. The reason for that is if we die, we can start again and basically have a whole episode to start fresh. I'm quietly confident. You know, I think we're good. We've got our kill box. We've got some pretty good bows and arrows. They're both pretty good shooters as well, right? Yeah, 8.52 and 7.41. Quietly confident. I think we'll be fine. Nothing to worry about, team. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. And let's give a big shout out to the insane top tier level patrons making this series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Harik, Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspired Sea, Crosis, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Necrofelon, Pelvis Presley, Sean Thornton, Smirtworm, Tom Terror 18, Vacuous Bacchus, Wolfden, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel live. Thank you for keeping us uncensored too. That's fairly important. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to say things like, I'm sure I said something offensive this video, when do I not? And a big thank you as well to Gray, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Llewellyn Thomas, Asaro, Betsamus Max, Chris, Crazy Pat, David Van Diepen, Don Honey217, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Haji Dumar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Jay Lehrer, James Barnes, Jordan DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Nathan Flores, Matthew, Nick, Panther Pearl, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Sir Thor the Swede, Wolfie, Zico, Adam Person, Sidini, Fraser Brennan, Noah Gallimore, and the Insane Pickle. Thank you all for your support.